here with another episode of the Burnley career mode for FIFA 19, and there's been some stuff going on. Let's get to the cutscene. The player of the year has been announced, and Lionel Messi, in fact, is the world player of the year. He picks up the Ballon d'Or. Well, who knows? Maybe Ashley Barnes might be picking that up in a year's time if he fires Burnley to Europa League glory. Who knows? But that's the player of the year being announced, and Lionel Messi gets it. So yeah. Also, Burnley have been basking in winning form. Let's have a look at how they've been going. I think we're unbeaten now in 14th. 11 wins in a row now, which is quite superb, and I'm really pleased with that. So let's see if we go for the 12th one against Spurs. But we've got a Europa League game, and this is for leadership of the group. Now, the situation is Real Betis and Santa Clara cannot catch both myself or AC Milan up. AC Milan and Burnley ourselves are both through. It's for leadership of the group. Now, if Milan win, I think it will go down to goal difference. So they might take it on goal difference. If we win outright or not lose, then we take the thing. So I think it's important that we play our strongest possible lineup for this game, just to be on the safe side and maybe get it won at the San Siro. It's not going to be easy. We beat Milan already at Turf Moor, but this is a different kettle of fish. Remember, this is the final group game. Let's get over to the San Siro. I can't wait to see the San Siro. Burnley in the San Siro. Who would have thought it? But here we are now. Knowing that we're through, let's enjoy ourselves, and let's see if we can finish the group stage with a real flourish and 16 points. Burnley fans living the stuff of dreams. The San Siro Stadium here in Milan, and Burnley's Europa League road, certainly for the group stages, will end here at the San Siro as both teams battle it out for the leadership of the group. Burnley and Milan safely through to the last 32 of this tournament in the new year. This is the Milan lineup, plenty of familiar names: Gonzalo Higuain, Ben Davies ex Spurs, Bonaventura, Bakayoko, Castillo and Pepe Reina, the former Liverpool goalkeeper, amongst the household names and amongst the Milan starting lineup tonight. Raucous atmosphere as it usually is on nights like this in the San Siro in Milan, as Burnley in the white shirts get ready to start the game. And again, make one change, and that is Emmanuel Dennis drops to the bench, and in goes Mario Balotelli. Otherwise, it's the same unchanged lineup as against Brighton in the league on Saturday. So a tremendous atmosphere, a raucous atmosphere, but Burnley bang up for it, backed by at least 3,000 of their supporters travelling from Lancashire. Here come Milan. Higuain, little play on there towards Bakayoko. 10 minutes just over gone as Bakayoko tries the shot, and in the end Burnley survived that time. Looks as if Milan were going to get in there for number one, but again, good defending there by the Clarets. In fact, it didn't deflect. I thought it got a deflection, but it hadn't. So a goal kick has been awarded to Burnley. Joe Hart to take it. Very cold, but very cold in terms of the weather, but white hot in terms of the atmosphere. And the Italian fans, well, there's no passionate fans in the world than the Italians, but you've got two passionate sets of supporters. The Burnley fans just as passionate as well. Balotelli against his old side. Bonaventura takes it up now. AC Milan gets it back. Higuain, lovely one-touch stuff. Castillo back in towards Higuain again, and a wonderful challenge, I have to say, from James Tarkowski. He did magnificently well, and Goodmanson has put Balotelli on his way, and Balotelli with a shot against the crossbar, and somehow it's cleared away. Looked as if Burnley were in there for the first one with almost 19 minutes gone. In fact, we've had 19 minutes, and then Balotelli gets in there, smashes a terrific shot that just bangs right off the middle of the crossbar, and Milan, for the moment anyway, survive. Higuain now at the other end. Still Higuain, Castillo! Whoa. And he hit that tremendously well. Joe Hart had to die for that, just to make sure his goal was even covered there. right along the deck. Very difficult for goalkeepers. And Milan come sieging that Burnley defence once again. Good ball towards Bakayoko. And Bonaventure's got in there behind. And again, good defending this time. Milan really turning up the screw. And Tarkowski just did enough there. In fact, it came off the Milan player last of all. And Burnley get away with a goal kick. But they come close as they've hit the crossbar. Bakayoko. Castello. Higuain up ahead. Bakayoko again. Good football. Here's Gonzalo Higuain. Higuain, what a save! What a save that was from Joe Hart. It looked all the way that Gonzalo Higuain was going to strike the first goal here for AC Milan. But Joe Hart, the big England goalkeeper, standing firm and making a fantastic save. AC Milan corner. Here come the Rossoneri. Headed away. Mosciano now will hit one, will he? No, he will now. Oh, he's hit it over. Mosciano's shot that in the end just over that Burnley crossbar. We're into the last seconds of the first half, and there it is, half time in the San Siro. Burnley came close when they smashed the crossbar. Milan have had 2 or 3 good opportunities. Higuain working Joe Hart at full tilt, but there's no breaking the score at the moment. Half time in the San Siro. It's AC Milan 0, Burnley 0. Away we go then in the second half. No changes from either side as we get this second half underway. Danilo now for Burnley in the white shirts are taking the goal to our right. And there's Balotelli! Oh, what a tremendous goal! Out of nothing! Mario Balotelli comes back to his old stomping ground and absolutely lashes one in there for Burnley. Danilo playing in and then just turns one touch and then bang! Right into the corner of the net. And what a tremendous start to the second half for the Lancashire side, who are on course to top the Europa League group. You would have got very long odds against that this at the start of the group when it was drawn, but AC Milan Terrell and Mario Balotelli scores goal number 3 in the Europa Cup this season. It's been unbelievable the start they've made to the second half, and now they've gone and done it. Here's Higuain now for Milan, trying to hit back straight away, but Castillo beaten to it by Pembe, and look at him now charging forward. The confidence is shown there. Here's Ashley Barnes. Still Barnes. He's got Gudmundsson out to the far near side. Gudmundsson's shot beaten away by the keeper. Peperino with a tremendous save here, keeping it at 1-0 here to Burnley. And a tremendous right-footed effort, blocked away by the former Liverpool goalkeeper. Well, here comes Brady. Burnley take on Spurs away. That will be a tricky test against the top 2. This is Hughes. And Balotelli first time off the post. And in. 2-0. And Balotelli repeats defeat. 11.5 minutes into the second half, and Burnley have scored again. Hughes played it in, and Balotelli this time with the left foot caresses the ball in off the post beyond the despairing dive of Pepe Reina and into the back of the goal. And the San Siro is standing to silence, and all you can hear is 3,000 Claret supporters going absolutely mental. And Balotelli's done it again. 4th goal in Europe this season, and Valverde replaces Will Hughes. Substitution being made for AC Milan. Confirmed that in just a minute or two. A quarter of an hour left to play. In fact, Bonaventure is going to be another change, and Frank Yassi can come on. So we'll get those confirmed for you in just a second. So Bakayoko's come off and Adam Lallana's now come on. And as I said, Kessie is the man on now for AC Milan. Bonaventure the man he's replaced. Now Verdi straight to Castillo. Now Kessie. Calbria. Good running there by Castillo. Calibera. Decent little crossing there towards Adam Lallana, but it's hooked away. 10 minutes to play. Burnley now 2 goals clear. This is Ashley Barnes. And now Balotelli's away. He's on his way. This for the hat-trick. Balotelli. Oh, he's tried to caress it in when he should have really gone for power. There's another incident happened there involving Goodmanson, or Luke Shaw rather. And he's got himself a booking. Must have been an earlier incident there when he took out one of the Milan players. I didn't actually see it originally, but Caballero's off and Suzo's on. And Lennon will now replace Brady now for Burnley as we go into the last 8 minutes of the game. So a corner to Burnley, the ball into the area and headed out for a throw. John Stutzy knows his team are in complete control. Well, Burnley finished at 2-0. I don't think they are. Valverde, an onside for the hat-trick. Balotelli, there it is! The hat-trick for Balotelli! 3-0! Game, set and match the Clarets. And they are going to top the group now without any doubt at all. Balotelli with a short right-footed shot into the left corner. What a surefire way to complete a hat-trick in Europe. And Burnley will win out. Comfortable winners away from home. And we'll go into the last 32 in mid-February full of confidence and full of optimism that they could go all the way in this tournament. And they're winning by 3-0. Lawton comes off to replace Danilo. And away we go again. What a fantastic performance. Right from the word go, Burnley have been at it right from the start, and they come out there and won in the end quite comfortably. And Mario Balotelli, 3 superb goals here in the second half as we now play out the remaining time that remains. Suso the sub. There goes the whistle. Burnley have won the group. And Mario Balotelli, one of the heroes tonight. A hat-trick for him. All coming in the second half. He completed it 2 minutes towards the end. He came back to the team he used to support as a boy and used to play for with great distinction, and have absolutely murdered them. And the Clarets will travel back from Milan back to Lancashire tonight. 3,500 of them absolutely over the moon. The final score in the San Siro is finished here. AC Milan 0, Burnley 3. 3-0 away Milan. We couldn't have wished for better there in the old European tour. Right, anyway, the European tour will go into the new year. Anyway, let's catch up with all the other groups because there's quite a lot to get through. So let's have a look at who's qualified. Group A then. Bayer Leverkusen, 6 wins out of 6, 18 goals banged in the process. Can't get much better than that. Pogon are through also in second place. So Strongs, Godset and Zurich miss out in that one. Group B, Red Bull Leipzig top with only 9 points. Rosenborg closely behind in second place. And Celtic and Salzburg narrowly miss out. It was actually quite a close group there with all the 4 teams taking points off each other throughout. Group C, Bordeaux, easy winners. Slavia Prague finished second. AZ and Copenhagen miss out on that one. Group D, Fenerbahce easily group winners there, 14 points. Dynamo Zagreb finished second in 10. Anderlecht and Kalmar miss out. Group E, Arsenal easily through there. They're having a tough time in the Premier League, as you can tell. And Sporting Club Portugal are through in second place. Corona and Bray Wanderers unfortunately have to miss the cut on that one, I'm afraid. Group F, our group, Burnley easy group winners, 5 wins out of 6, 1 draw. Only 7 goals we've managed so far in our games, but nevertheless 16 points. Milan finished second with 10. Santa Clara ended up finishing third, with Betis a distant 4th. Group G now, Villarreal easily group winners. Rapid Vienna go through in second place. Rangers and Spartak Moscow easily, unfortunately, miss out. Group H, this was actually quite a tight one there. Marseille finished top of it. Lazio finished second. Frankfurt were pretty close to actually sneaking through at one of those 2 clubs' expense. And Altach were, well, only 4th, shall we say. Group I, Besiktas and Genk joint winners of the group, although Besiktas finished top by virtue of the fact they scored more goals than Genk. Malmo and Sarpsborg finished unfortunately outside. Group J, penultimate group now. Standard Liège and Seville again joint leaders. Standard Liège winning, somehow getting there. Although it could argue that Seville, unless it was a head-to-head, that would particular one, but they're both through anyway. Akaspor out, so too was Sparta Prague with a solitary 1 point. Oh dear. Group K, this I think is the penultimate group. Dynamo Kiev and Stade Rennais are through to the next round. Vista Kharkov finished third and SC Tum finished last. And finally, Group L, Chelsea easily through. Joined Burnley and Arsenal in the next round. PAOK finishing second place. Mauricio and Dundee are out. Dundee finishing up with 1 point there. So all the Scottish teams missing out, but all the English teams all rest comfortably through to the next round of the competition. So I think we'll try and see what we've got coming up in February. The draw has not started in February. As soon as we get news of the draw, we'll let you know. Anyway, it's back to Premier League action. It's second against first. Remember, Spurs have a game in hand going into this game, but it's going to be a tricky one away at Spurs as we come up towards the halfway mark of the season. We take on Tottenham. This could be an early decider to see what happens here. Let's go to the new White Hart Lane as we take on Unbeaten Tottenham Hotspur. Welcome along to the new White Hart Lane, and what a beautiful looking stadium, but they've got a tough job on here, Spurs. They've got to stop Burnley, or the highest scorers with 32 goals. Mind you, Spurs have got 29 and lead our third place in that list, so this potentially could have a lot of goals in it, but you never know. But it's a big top of the table clash with Spurs right up there, right on Burnley's backside at the moment. This could go either one or two ways. Spurs line up with Hugo Lloris in goal. Trippier, the ex-Claret, Alderweireld, Sanchez and Walker-Peters play at the back. Dyer and Wanyama, the two-man holding midfielders. Lucas, Eriksson and Son. And the England captain Harry Kane up front. On the bench, we got the likes of Dembele there as well. That could come off the bench and certainly cause Burnley one or two troubles. But it's a very strong Spurs lineup as this clash between two title contenders takes shape. Burnley line up with Joe Hart, a former Premier League winner, in goal. Then it's Danilo, Tarkowski, me and Shaw, the first choice back four. Goodmanson, Cork, Hughes and Brady, the first choice midfield. And the first choice attack. Mario Balotelli and Ashley Barnes. So no place in the 11 for Emmanuel Dennis, who drops to the substitutes bench. But it's a big game. Burnley, who are having a great run at the moment in Europe. Already qualified as group winners, having beaten Milan very convincingly during the week at the San Siro. But this really is going to be a really tough test as the Spurs and Harry Kane get underway. A raucous 70,000 inside this beautifully newly built stadium, which in real life hasn't been built yet. But in virtual world it's absolutely fantastic. And here's Harry Kane now. But he ran straight into Tarkowski. Now here's Shaw. Brady going down the left. Boys, he had some joy in recent weeks. Robbie Brady with an early cross and knocked away by Tottenham. Well, we've had 20 minutes so far and it's been a little bit nip and tuck so far. No real opportunities to speak up, but Harry Kane could be on course to provide one of them, and his shot deflects and it will go for a corner to Spurs. It's going to be tense, it's going to be tight. One gets the feeling, having witnessed that, although potentially that looked to be a penalty, I have to say. It is a corner, they've gone short. Lucas now, stopped by Brady. Eriksson back to Davinson Sanchez. And the ball ricocheting around that area, and there's a couple of players converging on it, and in the end the shot was straight forward enough for Joe Hart because the shot was hit very tamely. And now Goodmanson to lead the counter-attack for Burnley, and Balotelli is through! It's Balotelli straight at Lloris! And somehow Burnley, having got into that great position and a normally reliable finisher like Balotelli, usually buries those, but he just couldn't get it into the corner enough. And Lloris was on hand to make the save. Gudmundsson with the corner. Headed out. Burnley's turn to have a little bit of pressure. Gudmundsson knocking it back in again. Ben Mee now takes possession and he tries the shot and he hits it over the crossbar. But I tell you what, it's been a rip-roaring last 10 minutes or so of this passage of play. Well, both teams could have quite easily scored in an instant. Goal kick to Tottenham. Good first half this now, beginning to develop after a pretty slowish and sluggish start. Son now takes possession. On to Harry Kane. Here's Ericsson. Now Lucas takes control. Here's Shaw. He's been a revelation since joining from Manchester United. Still Luke Shaw. Good strike! Oh, what a save! What a save by Hugo Lloris! Shaw went virtually on track to run at least 50, 60 yards with the ball, struck it well and found the French international in terrific form. So we're inside the final 5 minutes. Ericsson. Sanchez now to Wanyama. What a last 15-20 minutes of this first half it has been. Kane was fouled there by Ben Mee. Wanyama has got permission to take the free kick quickly, which he has done. Lucas now in towards Harry Kane and the shot goes over the top and into the stands behind, and there's going to be a Burnley substitution. Looks like Gudmundsson's coming off. It looks to me though as he does look a little bit on the tired side, so probably the manager John Stutzy decided to take the precautions, and Aaron Lennon now will enter the fray. Corker to get it away for Burnley, but it's straight to Dyer now. He's got Ericsson up ahead. It's Ericsson, left foot, good save! Terrific save from Joe Hart, and that was the last act of a first half. Really, that was superb in the way it was constructed, but still no goals. But the White Hart Lane crowd here, and the new White Hart Lane crowd being royally entertained here this afternoon, but yet no goals to show from it in this big clash between the league's top two. Half time then, it's Tottenham 0, Burnley 0. So away we go in the second half. This really is going to be a tough old second half. The first half really came to life after a quiet first 25 minutes. Here's Ashley Barnes, good strike and a great save! And Hugo Lloris, the French goalkeeper there, required to make an unbelievable save here. Barnes hit this superbly with his left foot, and the goalkeeper there, you've got to say, was equal to it. Good ball forward, Barnes. Oh, that was a bit more tricky this time for Lloris, but he was up to the challenge. Spurs about to make a substitution. Off comes Victor Wanyama, and Milinkovic Savic will come on to replace him as Burnley get another corner. Then Lennon with the corner, into the penalty area it goes. Hughes will definitely get the next ball and he'll cross into the area again, and there's all sorts of confusion. The goalkeeper got it and managed to scramble it out. Still not away yet. And here comes Spurs now with Davinson Sanchez. Dyer. Lucas. Kane. Ericsson. And straight into trouble now with Shaw. Dyer now. Lucas. Ericsson. But again Will Hughes. Oh, straight away, giving away, and nervousness now creeping into both teams' game. Balotelli takes it up. There's going to be, I'm sure the referee's going to book someone here because it's play on, and here's Lennon. A goal kick. But it just for one fleeting moment looked as if it was going to be Lennon's day there against his old side. As Dembele comes onto the field now. Burnley about to make a substitution themselves. Will Hughes will make way and Valverde will come on just to add a little bit more extra zest into the legs, I suppose. Lloris has made a total of a whopping 9 saves throughout the match so far. Joe Hart has made 4, and just to confirm, Eric Dyer was the man that Dembele replaced. It looks as if he's going to go into the Eric Dyer role of holding the midfield area, or maybe go a little bit further forward. And here's Harry Kane. Ericsson up ahead. It's Danilo to bring it away for Burnley. Now Cork. Oh, straight to Milinkovic-Savic. Now a big chance for him. And here's Eriksson. And here's Kane. Oh, he's hit it over. Big Spurs chance there. Gone begging. Well, we've got 6 minutes left of this crucial game. One goal now will surely win it for either one of these sides. Burnley should have won the game, but for Hugo Lloris, mind you, Spurs have had chances themselves. This is Son. Walker Peters. Son again. And I believe that as the ball comes in, they've just announced that Hugo Lloris is the man of the match. Here's Kane now. Good turn. Oh, what a save! Superb save from Joe Hart. It was a marvellous save, and that could just perhaps save Burnley a crucial point. That is one magnificent save. Gets a big left hand to it and turns it away for a corner. Oh, Burnley survive now, but it's going to be a Spurs corner. They've gone short this time. Here's Lucas, ball back. Dembele! Oh, he's scored! He scored for Tottenham with the overhead. Heartbreak for the Clarets, but it's joy for Dembele, who came on as a second half substitute and Cooks his manager. And in the battle of the top two teams, it's Tottenham that may well have pinched it at the end and broken Burnley hearts with it. And Burnley's long unbeaten run, which has been going since August, has probably now come to a grinding halt. But you've got to hold your hand up and say, what a fantastic goal. There's nothing you can do about them. You cannot legislate for finishes like that. Spurs have had the extra quality and on the day to do it. Dembele has come on as a substitute, and what a way to get off the mark for the season. It's taken him at least 3 or 4 months, but for him it'll be worth the wait. As Lennon now comes on, tries to equalise. He's hit it straight down Lloris's throat. We've played 3 minutes and there will be no more. Wow, it was dramatic in more ways than one. Burnley well and truly had their chances, but found Hugo Lloris in unbeatable form. The winning goal came in the last minute of normal time. A short corner worked by Spurs. Lucas Moura's cross, and Moussa Dembele, the substitute, with an overhead kick, gave Joe Hart absolutely no chance. It's heartbreak for the Clarets here in North London. It's finished here in the battle of the Premier League's top two. Tottenham 1, Burnley 0. Heartbreak for the Clarets. Yeah, for the Clarets. But we're still okay. We're still a point ahead of Spurs, but they've got a game in hand. But it was a really bad defeat. But having said that, it's a great goal from Dembele to win it for them. So well done to them. Arsenal have got themselves a bit of breathing space between themselves and bottom Huddersfield as well. So plenty to come, and we've got to go to Arsenal next, funnily enough. So that's going to be tough. That brings us to the end of the episode. Don't forget to join us for the next episode as well, where we play Arsenal at Emirates and Everton there, and also the Europa League as well, with some news from that just quickly. The 32 draw, let's just check that out. So Burnley here in the draw have got, that's the draw, PLK against Inter. Rosenborg away is what we've got. Sparta Prague have got Arsenal. Porto have got Chelsea. So there you are. So Rosenborg we play in February. So thank you very much for watching. Join us for the next 2 games, the Christmas part of it. Until then, for me, JB, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.